Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, the very outset, I would like to thank the Honorable Member, Baroni Willingdo, for having brought this motion. This House do now discuss the pressing necessity for government intervention to assist poultry, cattle, and pig farmers in our state, especially given the rising cost of feed. I also would like to thank the Honorable Leader of Opposition, our Honorable Member from Meghalaya constituency, our Honorable Member from Karkuta constituency, and our Honorable Member from Mohati constituency for having participated in this very important motion. So the Veterinary Department, Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Department is entrusted with the responsibility of all aspects of livestock and poultry development in the state, like production, processing, marketing of livestock and poultry, and their products through augmentation of production of milk, of meat, egg, etc., and also with the animal health care and prevention of animal diseases, creation of suitable infrastructure for breeding, feeding, and management of livestock and poultry, processing of milk, meat, egg, marketing of livestock and livestock products. Besides this, the department is also engaged in providing the required training and extension support to livestock producers so as to promote scientific rearing of livestock and poultry amongst them, with consequent generation of employment avenues in the rural areas. So in the animal husbandry sector, schemes of far-reaching effects like intensive cattle development project, Indo-Danish project, cross-breeding schemes, fodder development, piggery development, sheep and goat development, and poultry development have been implemented. The department is having 13 poultry farms, 13 pig farms, 4 cattle breeding farms, and 1 buffalo farm. So these farms are supplied with improved breeding stock to take up livestock and poultry farming and to substantiate their income and augmenting the production of meat, milk and eggs. So in terms of the cattle development, there is an integrated program for cattle development, which includes breeding and management practices. And the main objective of the scheme is to enhance milk production in the state by upgrading the local stock through cross-breeding and by adopting improved breeding practices by means of artificial insemination. 4 cattle breed farms were established in the state with exotic breeds like Jersey and Holstein Friesian for maintenance of superior germplasm and production of inputs for supply to farmers. A buffalo farm at Songsak is functioning with Mura breed. And intensive care development projects in Shillong and Tura are also being undertaken. 5,651 numbers of improved calves were produced during the year in different areas of the state through artificial insemination programs implemented under these schemes. During the year 2023-24, 19,533 artificial inseminations were carried out in the state to produce improved calves for augmenting milk production. So in terms of poultry, the objective of the scheme is to meet the requirement of breeding stock, table and hatching eggs. This also aims at improving the local breed by distribution of improved breeds. As mentioned, 13 poultry farms have been established with the purpose of demonstration and production. So under the poultry development schemes, number 1, under the rural backyard poultry, which is a state scheme, 2,000 number of beneficiaries have benefited and over 1 lakh birds have been supplied. Under the rural backyard poultry national livestock mission, 1,648 beneficiaries have benefited, with 82,400 birds being supplied. And scheme for distribution of automatic egg incubators, number of automatic incubators, 8,329 numbers have been supplied. And number of LIT, broiler eggs, 3,99,792 numbers have been supplied. So for piggery development, which is of course one of the most important species among the small animal in the state, pig rearing is also one of the most common occupations with the tribal people of the state. So the sustainability of the climate, fondness to pork among major sections of the state, and availability of good market for pork provides a great possibility and opportunity for the development of this industry in our state. So under this program, 15 pig farms have been established and large number of farmers are being supported through this particular program. Under the rural backyard piggery mission, under the state scheme, 10,637 numbers of beneficiaries have benefited. Under the national livestock mission, 6,003 beneficiaries have benefited. And under the Meghalaya piggery mission, total of 367 numbers of cooperative societies have benefited. In terms of feed, sir, 5 fodder demonstration farms and 2 seed production farms have been established in the state to help in meeting the large demand and requirement of fodder and fodder seeds. These farms produce 2,451.71 tons of fodder, which is the number for the year 2023-24. So apart from these, different vocational training programs have also been undertaken in different parts of the state. We have different vocational training centers that have been established in different regions of the state. And during the year, 7,835 farmers were given training at the vocational training centers in Khasi Hills and Garo Hills. Sir, even under the CM Elevate program, 1,355 numbers of beneficiaries were given 4.35 crores for piggery development scheme. 454 beneficiaries who had been approved, but sanction was made for 55 till now. About 1.37 crores has been given for poultry development schemes, and approval for dairy development schemes for 132 beneficiaries has also been approved. And in the coming days, many more beneficiaries will be supported through the CM Elevate program. Sir, under the centrally sponsored schemes of the National Livestock Mission, there are majorly 4 schemes that are being implemented. One is the sub-mission on livestock development. Second is the sub-mission on pig development in Northeast region. Third is the sub-mission on feed and fodder development. And fourth is the sub-mission on skill development and technology transfer. So regarding the different concerns that were raised by the honorable members, in my effort to try and give some clarity to those issues, so the feed and the fodder issue has been discussed in detail today. And as mentioned correctly by all the members, it is a major issue where different steps are being undertaken to improve and to increase the overall production of feed in the state, while the challenge is still very high. As mentioned, sir, under the National Livestock Mission, we have a component for feed and fodder development, and different projects are being undertaken. At the same time, sir, a feed manufacturing unit of 5 metric tons per hour at Ampati, Southwest Garo Hills, to supply livestock and poultry feed at a cheaper rate is currently under construction. A feed mill in Mendipatar with a capacity of 150 metric tons per day at an estimated project cost of 65 crores has also been proposed to Government of India for funding, and we are awaiting the sanction of that particular project, and continuous follow-up is being done. At the same time, sir, sir, even through the, as I said, the National Livestock Mission, we have taken up various programs so that we are able to increase the feed and fodder development the focus on increasing both production and productivity of fodder. Sir, some of the members had raised different concerns on the movement of the livestock, and the honourable member had mentioned from Meghalaya had mentioned about the movement where some checks were made by certain organizations. And just to share with the honourable member that there are, of course, limitations for the department to directly put up check gates or testing gates at different entry points. But of course, there are certain acts of the Government of India which allow animal shelters to be put up, and along with the police department, different locations where these animals can be then randomly tested to see whether they meet the necessary standards or safety or not. And there is, of course, a discussion and a proposal to set up 2 of these animal shelters, one in Ribhoy district and another one in West Garo Hills district for a start. Sir, at the same time, there was a proposal for putting up or proposing subsidy to be given for feed. Yes, sir, this is a very positive proposal. We will examine this matter. As mentioned, sir, the question depends, of course, on the availability of resources and the cost that will be incurred. So therefore, this is something that we will examine, but it may not be possible for me to give a commitment and an assurance in the House. But on the larger perspective, we will be focusing more on ensuring that we are able to increase the overall production of feed in the state as a whole. So also there were concerns regarding the 4 different centers that we have, the 126 sub-centers, the 46 first aid centers, and other 4 larger centers in the state, which is not really a hospital, but has got more facilities compared to the sub-centers. Yes, sir, there is need to invest furthermore in the infrastructure and also the manpower in these areas, like we have done, and we have worked towards improving the infrastructure and the machines and equipments and medicine supply and the manpower in the government sub-centers, CHCs and PHCs and hospitals. Similarly, sir, the exercise for this also has started in a smaller scale, and we are aware about this issue, and all steps possible will be undertaken to ensure that we are able to improve the overall facilities in these centers, because as we move towards increasing our livelihood opportunities for the people through this, as we move forward to increase the production in our state, without the support of these centers and different veterinary and other kind of medicine supply, it will not be possible for us to move forward in a smooth manner towards the target that we have. So this plays a very critical and important role in ensuring that we are able to provide that boost to this entire sector as a whole. And therefore, this is definitely a very positive suggestion, and definitely, so we are going to examine it in the best and the most positive possible way to take forward these issues. Also, there were some points mentioned by our honorable member from Mohati also regarding the need to take care of different kind of very, very critical diseases that are prevalent in the African swine fever. That was something that affected a large number of farmers, of course, and the flu also, which is something that, of course, did not affect us at all the times. The fever was the one that was there. But as a government and as a administration, we have to be ready to ensure that we are able to tackle these situations. And all efforts will be made from our side as a government and as a department to ensure that we are ready, and at the same time we minimize the issues and the effects of this kind of the diseases that are today coming up, especially keeping in mind the climatic conditions and the change in the weather patterns, which is also in a way responsible for the different diseases that is affecting the livestock in our state and throughout the country and the world as a whole. So, sir, I also would like to add at this point in time that the main concern, as I said, of this motion, as mentioned by the honorable member from Milliam constituency regarding the rising cost of feed. Sir, we are aware of this issue, and as I said, efforts at multiple levels are being made to maximize the production of feed within our state, so that we are able to provide this to our farmers at a much reasonable rate. But yes, it is a big challenge for us, but we will put in all our efforts to ensure that we are able to meet the needs and the demands and the requirements of our farmers. So, sir, once again, thanking all the members for participating in this particular motion, and with some of the clarifications that I have given, I hope I have been able to address some of the concerns of the honorable members. And with these clarifications, once again thanking the members, I would like to resume my seat. Thank you very much, sir.